Hi, my name is Taraneta and you're watching Brain Security. We are solving Advent of Cyber by TryHackMe and today is day 1. We have this room called Linux CLI Shell Bells. From day 1 we will be starting with Linux CLI, no GUI, just a terminal because honestly that is all you need. So let's get started. We have a basic introduction. Max Kitty has been kidnapped and without her, Werewolf's defenses are faltering and the TBFC, the company, team already brainstorms what to do next, and their first lead points to the DBFC Web01, a Linux server processing Christmas wish list. Somewhere within its data may lie a truth, traces of Maxi's final actions, or perhaps the clues to making Malhair's twisted vision for Eastmas. Learning objectives: you learn about the Linux CLI, explore its use for personal objectives and IT administration, apply your knowledge to unveil the Christmas mysteries. We will start the machine. Check. These are credentials. If you directly connect to their server through a VPN, we go to task, working with Linux CLI while this is being initialized. There is no GUI on the server. How will we look for clues? Who needs a GUI when we have a Linux command line terminal? It's even better. Linux is powerful command interface and allows you to use and manage systems simply by typing commands on your keyboard. It's not as hard as it sounds. Once you get used to it, maybe you like CLI more than the graphical interface. Not only that, the most experienced IT and cybersecurity experts work with the CLI every day. So let's start learning. Okay, we have our machine provisioned. First, we have the most basic commands that we use for navigating the file system. We have cd and we have ls. Mexkiri left a security guide before being kidnapped. It would definitely help. We will go to the guides. Let us first use ls command. First, we will go to the guides folder using the cd command. And we can check that using pwd, that means present working directory. Yes, we are in the correct directory. Then we will run the command again to list the contents of the given directory. ls. It is an empty directory. Okay, now we should see if there are any hidden files called secret.secret.txt in Linux. If a file is starting with a dot, that means it is a hidden file. This feature is typically used to hide system files, but attackers can also use it to hide their malicious files. So what we are going to do over here is ls hyphen list all hyphen la. And yes, we do have this guide.txt file. So we are going to use cat.guide.txt. And do we have contents in that file? We should. Yes, we do. I think King Malhar from Hopsec Island is preparing for an attack. Not sure what his goal is, but exploits on our server are not good. Be ready to protect your Christmas by following this Linux guide. Check var log and grep inside. Let the logs become your guide. Look for eggs that want looks for egg that want to hide. Check their shells for what's inside. PS, great job finding the guide. Your flag is THM Learning Linux CLI. Okay, we will see if we have that question. Okay, it automatically wrote it. Okay, we completed for till looking for hidden guide. Then grepping the logs. We will see what grep command does. They have used a very beautiful illustration over here. Manually scroll big files with cat or get only what's needed with grep. Now we will go back to the home directory. Or do we have? No, we don't have. We go back to the home directory and do ls and go to error cd slash slash log. Okay, we are in the log folder and we will now list the files present and we have lots of logs. So that is why we cannot manually sit and examine each and every log present in the file using the cat command. That is where the grep steps in as a boon. It says grep field password in auth log. Okay, there are many failed attempts. Finding the files, you can see a lot of failed logins on the SOCMIS account, all from the HOPSEC location. Let's automatically look for exploits and eggshells with find a command that searches for files with specific parameters such as name. Find home SOCMIS egg to search for eggs in the SOCMIS home directory. Okay, so in the guide that MaxKitty gave us, he told to look for exploits and eggshells. Could be a shell script. Let us see. We will use find. Note that find is a powerful command. Check out his documentation for more details. Search for X in the SOCMIS home directory. Okay, so what does this command mean? Find from this where name includes egg. Yeah, look for exploit and eggshell. It is a shell script. Okay, analyzing the extract. Look, you found something, extract.sh. Files with sh extension contains command line interface commands. These are called shell scripts. Such scripts are used by IT teams to automate things and by attackers to quickly run malicious commands. Okay, now what are we going to do next? We are going to read the contents of this particular file. Okay, the hash denotes the comments, they are not the commands. We have the pipe symbol that clearly says its meaning to pipe one process to another. Send the output from the first command to the second. Cat unordered list, sort unique. Output redirect. Use arrow to overwrite the file and use double arrow to append to the end. Some long command overwritten from this. Double ampersand. Run the second command if the first was successful. Okay, if the grep, if secret is found in message.txt, echo secret is found. So what is this doing? In the start, it said that the server, it was processing the Christmas wish list. So what is this doing? The X script you read seems to be stealing Christmas wishes and replacing them with the fake ones. You might have noticed that the commands in the script are a bit complex, but that's not the unusual. But that's not unusual since the script author is no other than Sir Carrot Bone, the leader of HopSec's red team. Let's explore the special symbols below. Sir Catbone attacks. Now it's clear that the server has been breached and the Christmas wish list has been replaced with the Eastmas one. Although you found no clue of what happened to McSkitty, at least you know the attackers were there. You can see how Sir replaced the wish list. I hope it provisions. There are hundreds of CLI commands to view and manage your system. For example, uptime to see. Okay, then we have system utilities. Only if this would open. Welcome to Variables Christmas calendar. Here's wish list items. Welcome to Variables. Okay, and this is the site that went down. Okay, nice. Okay, then we come to system utilities. Hundreds of CLI commands to view and manage your system. For example, uptime to see how much your system is running, IP address to check the IP address, and PSOX to list all the processes. Let us try it out. We will first go to this slash etc slash shadow, but can we? Yeah, permission denied. Why did that happen? Because this is only accessed by the root user. Then they are teaching about the root user. How can you switch from normal user to root? You use sudo su super user do. And yes, now from MaxKitty, we are into root. We can exit it by using the exit command. Yes, we're again in MaxKitty's interface. First, let us finish our task and let us also try the who am I command. We will see what is present over there using the root access that we just got. These are the username and hash passwords that are present in that particular file. Then we go to bash history. Every command you run is saved in a hidden history file, also called bash history. It is located in user's home directory. Let us go to the user again using the exit command, and we will change the directory slash home. See the hidden files. There are a lot of hidden files. We particularly just want bash history. These are the commands that we ran. Okay, yeah, that is it. Bash history was the last thing we got to learn today. Which CLI command would you use to list a directory? Yes. Which command helps you filter the logs for field logins? Which command would you run to switch to the root user? Finally, what flag did Sir Cadbone leave in the root bash history? Root bash history. Until we meet again. Finally, we're done with the room, and let us briefly see what we have learned during the entire room. And you earn one Advent of Cyber ticket. You did it very well, is now one step safer. Go to, we just close it. Yeah. Task. First, we saw some basic commands such as ls and cat. Ls is used to list the files present in the current directory that you're in, and cat is used to read the contents of a file, and it is also used to concatenate two files. Then we saw navigating the file system. Navigating the file system, we used cd, and we would write the entire directory like that, like this. Then we were looking for hidden files. For hidden files, we use -la, that stands for list all. And we also saw that the hidden files start with a dot. Then grepping the logs, it is not possible to manually verify each and every line of a given log. So we use the grep command to look for particular text given in the files. Then we came to finding the files. We used the find command to find a particular string or particular thing that you want to find within the given directory. Analyzing the extract, then we came across the .sh files, which are called the shell files that execute commands in your CLI. Then we came to some CLI features, the pipe symbol, the output redirect, and double ampersand. The pipe symbol was to send the output from first command to the second, and then it basically pipes your operation. Then output redirect, you use single arrow bracket to overwrite a file and double arrow bracket to append to the end. Then you use ampersand to run the second command if the first was a success. Then we saw some system utilities. You can see the uptime, you can see IP address, and process aux. We went to the etc shadow directory and saw that our permission was denied, and then we went to root user by using sudo su, and we checked that by using whoami command. And then finally we saw bash history by navigating to /root and .bash history. Notice that we use a dot before the naming, meaning it is a hidden file.